The boss says, why don't you take the rest of the day off? Huh?
No special favors, remember?
When did all of this happen? No one said a word to me.
It was personal, Aunt Phoebe.
And it's true. Even though it's published in this scandal sheet?
It wasn't meant for public consumption.
No, Phoebe, we were going to tell you.
Oh, you poor dear. I hope you've obtained legal counsel.
Look, can we just talk about this later?
And let Marick get the upper hand? Nonsense. Now, I will call Walter Hines immediately.
Edmund already has a lawyer.
Oh, no. Not Jack.
Yes, Jack.
But he's totally inappropriate for a case of this
Edmund,
stature.
You want to wait in my office? I'll be in there in a minute.
Yeah, thank you.
There must be something we can do to stop that atrocious Dimitri.
All we can do is wait for the hearing.
Well, I am devoting my next column to the villains who try to steal the rightful legacy from their siblings.
Oh, Aunt Phoebe, how many letters do you receive from people who are in that same situation?
Why, you'd be surprised.
Look, we don't need any more publicity.
But this would have a favorable slant.
No. No slants, no columns. Don't you understand? Edmund is very shaken about Angelique.
Oh, on top of everything else? Come, he needs us.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
But I'm only trying to help.
I want to help him, too. But I don't think there's anybody who can help Edmund right now.
Not now.
I just wanted to.
The last thing I need right now is some guy who used to like to beat his wife, all right?
It's only important that I know I've reformed.
Just get out of here.
Hey, listen, I read about your lawsuit. I think maybe I can help.
With what? You want an exclusive? Not today, pal.
No. I did a little independent research on proving paternity. Sound interesting? I know how to prove you're Dimitri's brother. Right away, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Not interested, Jones.
Not interested in proving conclusively you're Hugo Marick's son? Your half-brother wouldn't have a leg to stand on.
Carter, I was just about to call you.
Something I can do for you.
I want to talk to you about Trevor Dillon.
Why are you hounding me?
Whoa!
I told you I've done nothing wrong. It was his fault.
Get a grip.
It was all Dillon's fault.
Get a grip, Jones. Nobody talks to anybody like that, especially not to Brooke.
It's all right, Edmund. It's all right.
I'm sorry.
What was all that about? I haven't been hounding you.
I said I was sorry, all right?
There's something on your mind. Let's hear it. What exactly is Trevor's fault?
Look, it's the pressure, you know. I think it's I was a jerk. Start over. What were you going to say?
Have you been grilling my Aunt Phoebe about Trevor?
Well, I asked her a few questions.
I don't want you bringing your problems with Dillon into this office.
Me? He's the one who
May
came
I
barging
finish?
in.
I don't want you asking my aunt or anybody else around here about him. Understand? I don't want to be put in the middle of this. I stood up for you against him the other day. I don't want a repeat performance of that little scene. Dillon happens to be a very good friend of mine.
I don't have to tell you how hard it is for an ex-con to find a good job. This job means the world to me.
So you keep saying.
And I appreciate the fact that you went to bat for me with Dillon. But when he came into this office, I guess, I don't know, I felt threatened.
Threatened?
Well, yes, he's been hounding me and goading me. He would like nothing better than to see me lose this job.
Look, as long as you do your work, you don't get into trouble, you're in no danger of losing this job. But if you can't do that,
Well,
Carter,
I can,
then...
And I will. And as for Mrs. Wallingford, well, she's the only person in this town who's been friendly. Present, company excluded, of course. And since she seems to know everything and everyone in this town, I thought she'd be a good person to talk to, you know, get some pointers.
Pointers?
On how to get along with Dillon, or at least avoid him. But I can understand how you might think that was unprofessional.
If that's all it was,
That's all.
then you and I have no problem.
Good. Because I've been working my tail off to prove myself around here. I'm piling up the overtime, giving everyone else in the department a hand. I'm constantly searching for ways to prove my loyalty.
I know you've been working very hard.
There aren't many people who would give a job to someone who's done hard time. I don't want to disappoint them.
You know, the only reason why you have this job is because Brooke practices what she preaches. She believes in second chances, and I think in this case she has bent over backwards trying to be fair to you.
Can't argue with that.
Good. So how about a moratorium on all these chats with Phoebe and all the poor, misunderstood con speeches, all right? From now on, just make yourself invisible.
Fine. Is that all?
Yes, that's all.
Oh, right. Yes, you won't be needing this. Again, I'm sorry for the misunderstanding.
You came down pretty hard on him.
Yeah, well, he just gets to me, that's all.
You seemed to take it pretty well. What was the envelope?
Who knows?
Well, the two of you were talking when I came in. What was that about?
Nothing.
Edmund?
Look, I've got to take care of something, okay? I'll be back.
Carter Jones, a wife abuser? I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. Here, I always thought I was such a great judge of character, but there was nothing, not even a clue that he might have a dark side to him.
Well, let's just hope that side of him is well in the past.
And he's actually been in prison?
Yes. Look, I don't want you to spread this around, all right? It bothers me just to talk about it. I hate gossip.
Well, as do I.
Uh-huh. All right, so then you will understand when I ask you next time, do not be so free with information, particularly about Trevor.
Yes, of course. Oh, it's a terrible thing.
Yeah, well, let's just hope that he's telling the truth when he says he's reformed.
Well, I'm so glad you told me, Brooke. Thank you, thank you. And you can rest assured that in the future, I will be most discreet.
Thank you.
Now, may I ask you a personal question?
You can always ask.
Are you and Edmund all right?
Yes, why?
Well, I just noticed that he went storming out of here a little while ago, and I thought maybe the two of you had another spat.
No, we're fine. Edmund is going through a very difficult time right now.
Oh, I know. Trying to prove one's paternity, especially with such huge sums of money involved, must
No. You know, I've told you before, Edmund, he doesn't care about the money.
Well, that may be, but I'm sure that Dimitri doesn't believe that. No, families get very...
This is something that Edmund is just going to have to figure out on his own. I can't help him do this. So, I'm just waiting it out. What?
I have a very wise niece.
You didn't always think that.
Well, my darling, you have grown up a great deal.
Sometimes I'm not so sure about that.
Brooke, Edmund is a splendid man. You just have faith. Whatever it is that's bothering him, he'll work it out. And when he does, he'll do the right thing, I'm sure of it.
Not interested in proving conclusively you're Hugo Marick's son?
So the investigation is closed. Uh-huh. And the fire is listed as accidental. Yes, that's good to know. Thank you. What have I done now?
I'd like to see that file of yours. Really think this will work?
Yes, I do. Don't worry, it's nothing illegal. Your attorney would probably come up with the same strategy eventually. I was a good lawyer, Gray. No, amend that. I was a great lawyer. I was a big picture man while all the others were content with snapshots. Well, go ahead, ask anyone who argued a case against me. I left them in the dust.
You're not too cocky, are you?
Guilty. But with good reason. I heard about your plight this morning, and I tossed that stuff together. It's all the citations and precedents your counsel will require.
I'll give this to my lawyer, and we'll see what he says.
Well, do whatever you want with it. It's all yours.
And?
And? Oh, of course, you're wondering what I'm after.
That's right.
Relax. It's like I told Brooke earlier. I try to lend a hand when I can. I'm always pleased to do a favor for a friend.
Yes, Rachel, can you ask Edmund to come in here, please?
Oh, Brooke, he just left a few minutes ago.
Did he say where he was going?
No, he didn't say a thing.
All right, thanks.
Hey, Jack. Hey. Listen, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I think you may want to look at this. What do we got? We may have Dimitri right where we want him.